Kristel here from the Diaries. Great to have you here. This is a channel where we talk all about makeup, beauty, and kind of whatever other ramblings cross my mind. I definitely have a Billy Bowie girl hair on my nose right now. He is my toy cavoodle. He makes an appearance on this channel from time to time. Today I have the privilege of playing with the beautiful Stone and Rock palette from Oden's Eye. Oh, Oden's Eye, Swedish indie makeup company. Always smash it with their beautiful artwork. Look at that, it's gorgeous. And I am so excited to dip into this palette because this is my idea of a good time. These colors are beautiful. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I have already got a video up playing with the Jewels and Gem palette, which is the more cooler toned palette. So if that's your jam, then make sure you check out that video. I'm going to have swatches up, of course, today as well. So without any further ado, I'm feeling very Shakespearean. Let's dive in to this beautiful palette. Where does one even start with a color story so beautiful? This is the question. And if you haven't been here before, I am the most indecisive person that has ever lived on this planet. I'm fairly sure about that, but I can't be certain because I'm indecisive. Okay, let's see. First of all, dipping into this particular shade here, which is called Madness. And I think I'm going to use my Refa 14 for this. I'm going to zoom you in a little first, I think. So you can really see all the eyebrow hairs that I've missed when I was plucking. All right, so this baby's gonna go in here. We had the mother of all storms last night because over here in Australia, it is winter now and it has been feeling like winter for months because our autumn has been the coldest, wettest autumn I can ever remember having. But yeah, last night, well actually the early hours of this morning, it would have been about 3 a.m. The most lightning I have ever seen and the loudest and most plentiful thunder I have ever heard. And I've been on this planet for a few decades now, so yeah, it was absolutely astonishing. I can't believe how well Billy Bowie Grohl did. He's not scared of storms, which is awesome. When he was a little tiny puppy, now he's nearly a year old, I used to play YouTube videos with storms on them, so he would kind of get used to them. And I think it worked. But yeah, he did really well. He did bark at one ridiculously loud thunderclap, which I can't blame him for that. So yeah, wild night here. I'm super jealous of everyone who's enjoying summer right now. I hate winter with a passion. I get that seasonal affective disorder. I hate gloomy days. It just makes me so glum. But I have beautiful makeup to play with, and so, you know, certainly not all bad, is it? All right, love how that's gone on. The Oden's Eye formula is just pretty consistent across their palettes. All right, now I think I want to take, I haven't swatched this yet either, so I'm diving in blind. Okay, I'm gonna take this shade in the corner here. It's called Cheer. The writing's a lot easier to read on this eyeshadow palette. On the Jewels and Gem palette, I literally couldn't read anything because of the color on the background, and also just because I think I'm a bit blind. Okay, I'm gonna use my Oden's Eye brush for this. This came in the mystery box. It doesn't have an identifying number or anything on it, but I love it because it's just the perfect size for my smaller eye shape. All right, let's get into some cheer. Cheers. So you know what I found out yesterday, which I didn't know before? It's pretty interesting, for me anyway, is that we have this expression in Australia, which is, we say going bunter. So like if someone's yelling at someone or being a bit of a crazy person, we'll be like, man, they're going bunter right now. And I never realized it, but this is actually a South Australian expression, so it's from where I'm from. And I couldn't be prouder. There you go. Lesson in slang, Australian slang. All right, this is nice and dark. I've gone in a bit haphazard, if I'm being honest. I just kind of slapped it on without thinking a lot. But we'll fix it. If you're new to my channel, I never have a plan. I just sort of make things up as I go. Usually it pans out okay. I'm just cleaning things off with my little brush switch in between. This thing is the greatest thing I've ever owned. And that's saying something. It's just so helpful and convenient when I am doing makeup, just to clean the powder, the eyeshadow off. This is my Sigma Precision Blender. I don't have any product on it. I'm just sort of blending a little, as the name suggests. Yeah, the brush switch is so useful for being able to clean off your brushes while you're doing a look, especially if you don't have a huge collection of brushes. You don't need to have a huge collection of brushes. You can, yeah, just clean them and use them. There's some videos where I'll just use almost one brush for the entire lid. It just depends what I'm doing, but don't feel like you have to have a million brushes to do a nice makeup, because you don't. I do love this brush though from Sigma. I'm super excited because I picked up I bought my first Beautylish order, and the customer service is amazing. And I've heard a few people saying that, and I agree wholeheartedly. I have picked up this beautiful dewy cheek and lip palette from Danessa Myricks because I'm going away soon. Well, I'm going away in August to Europe, and I'm sort of on the hunt for really cool things I can take traveling with me. And this is a palette that has 4 different blushes in there, and you can also use them on your eye and lip, I believe, or at least your lip. So yeah, I'm going to be doing, I picked up some other Danessa Myricks products as well, so I'll be doing a video about that. I'm not sure, I may use one of the blushes today if I can't control myself. All right, so I think we're going to dive into some shimmers now. So I'm thinking about using this stunner. Oh, she's a duochrome. I didn't realize that. It's like really green in the camera and really blue, or turquoise, teal, turquoise, when I'm looking at it. Oh yeah, she's going on my eye. So pretty and so smooth, the texture. Oh, as if I'm not putting that on my eye. Okay, so we're gonna put on this stunning color, High Spirits. I might put a primer on. I'm gonna use my Pat McGrath Intensifies Artistry wand. I'm actually wearing the Pat McGrath foundation today. It's the second time I've tried it. I wore it without a primer the other day and it really did not last on my nose, but then a lot of them don't because I do have an oily nose. But I've got the Hydro Grip primer from Milk on underneath today, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes because I do actually really like it. I think it's quite nice. I don't really want to like it because it's too bloody expensive. I don't think I'll be buying it anytime soon. I've just got a sample. What? This is so pretty. Come on. Oh, wow. I hope something in your life today is making you as happy as this eyeshadow is making me. What a stunner. What a stunner. Okay. I think what I want to do, yeah, I want to add a touch of that to the inner area as well of my eye. I am going to use a damp brush. Oh my God, you know what else is making me really happy right now? Foo Fighters are coming to Adelaide. I've already seen them 3 times and I will see them every time they come because they are the best damn live band you will ever see. Incredible. It's going to be really interesting though, of course, because the drummer Taylor Hawkins died. Just so sad, because the friendship that Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins had was just a beautiful one to watch. And yeah, really sad. So I don't even know who's going to be drumming. I haven't looked into it, but I will be there with bells on because I've been hanging out for it, because they were supposed to come to Australia a couple of years ago and it was right when COVID hit, and so we weren't letting anyone in the country. So finally, cannot wait. Get my tickets. They go on sale Tuesday pre-sale and I will be getting them. So I'm just leaving a little bit of a gap. And that's working really well actually on this little flat shader brush. Shimmers don't always work well with brushes. I tend to prefer using my finger, but it was a tight space, so yeah, I decided a brush would be best. I don't often do halo eyes on my eye shape just because I don't have a lot of lid space, and so it doesn't always work out for me, but felt like giving it a bash today, so that's what we're doing. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the color Gleefulness, which is this really pretty pale goldy shade. It's quite flaky. And I'm just layering that in the middle. So yeah, there's different textures in the shimmers in this palette because that first shade I put on was very smooth and this one is quite flaky. I think there's a couple of flaky ones in there. So a primer might not be a bad idea. I love wetting my shimmer shadows because it's just next level. I'm actually feeling very Australian right now because our colours are green and gold. I'm basically just repping Australia. I'm not done yet, guys. I'm gonna take that same little brush I was using before for the duochrome. Make sure it's cleaned off. And I don't know if this is gonna be successful, but I'm going to take this shade Passion. And I'm gonna dampen my brush and we'll see. I'm thinking I just wanna lay that down on the edge. Kind of using it to blend out that gold a little. Now, I think I would like to take this flat shader brush and dip into the color Elevated, this one, which is kind of a greeny brown. I'm just popping that on the outer, kind of outer, more C than V. Giving it another quick blend. And underneath the eye, I think I want to use the brown. So I'm going to take this shade called Jubilance and a little Refa pencil brush, number 03. Oden's eye mats always perform well in my experience. I love that brown. It's a good brown. So bring that all the way around and also a little bit up there. I haven't really had fallout, well, a tiny bit, but nothing to write home about. That's a beautiful brown. All right, and now I'm gonna pick up the shade, what's this called? Lightheartedness. This brown shimmer on my wet finger. Blending that over the top of the other one. Yes, please, that's so nice. Sorry, I think I'm in a musical. I sing everything. I am a singer. I've spent years singing in bands and doing musicals, and I work in radio, so my life is all about music, basically. Sorry if that's annoying, and I'm sure it is. Just mute me. Just watch this video without noise. That's probably the way to go. Oh, yeah. Okay, and for a inner corner highlight, I'm gonna take the shade Frenzy. It's a really good old, well, it's not that old, but oldish Australian pop song by Denny Hines called Frenzy. It's like sweet, sweet 90s, early noughties jam. You should listen to it. Good fun party pop. Okay, just gonna use my finger, I think. We'll see how that goes. Oh, I've also just done a shop on Temu because Temu just launched in Australia. It's not really my jam ordinarily, but I kind of got sucked into it because I was looking for travel stuff, like a little travel clothesline I can clip up in hostels and stuff so I can hang up my washing, and compression bags and stuff. So anyway, while I was there, I was like, oh, I might as well check out the makeup. And I have ordered a couple of things, so I'll definitely show you what I've got and if it's crap or it's not. Geez, this palette's gorgeous. Stop it. Oh yeah, baby. After I've shown you the swatches, I do actually want to do a comparison. I keep thinking about my Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette, and I just want to compare them. I haven't even looked at it yet to see if it's actually got a lot of similarities, but I am going to pull that out and have a little look-see. Well, that's gorgeous. And using the same little brush I used before, I'm just going to wet that. And well, no, you're supposed to put the eyeshadow on the brush first and then wet it, because you can actually, I suppose, compromise the eyeshadow, but I often do not do that. I often do it the other way around. But you know, at your own risk. Well, I am loving how that is. So it's time for some eyeliner. And green eyeliner or black eyeliner or brown eyeliner. Honestly, too many options. I think I'm going to use my Melt Cosmetics Fortune gel liner, which is sort of a deep green. I do have a beautiful metallic one of these as well, but I think I just want the matte one this time. Ah! Now I'm throwing my brushes on the floor. I'm telling you, it's chaos here. All right. I'm chaos, not my surroundings. It's actually quite quiet today for a change. Honestly, my neighborhood sounds like Daytona sometimes. All right, let's dip into this with a Sigma small angle brush. I love this brush. It's probably my favorite ever angle brush. I feel like watching me put on eyeliner is really boring and tedious because it does take me a while. So I'm just gonna cut and we'll come back when I'm done. Okay, I'm also just gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury, don't remember what it's called, but it's the double green eyeliner pencil, and use the darker green just to tightline that lash line. Because I love using colored liners up here, but I feel like I need to tightline to really finish it off and make sure it's properly rimmed. I don't know if I should be saying that word. It feels like a naughty word. Okay, that's so pretty. Just because I can, I'm gonna take my Danessa Myricks Color Fix. Oh, it's one of the shimmery ones. Color Fix Foil in Twinkle. Just a tiny little dab of that. Oh, just to amp up that even more. Not that I needed to, because it was beautiful already. But that's the mood I'm in, guys. I'm gonna try and film another video or two today too, so I really shouldn't be layering this much crap on my eyes, because I have really sensitive eyes, and the more I put on, the more they hate me. Okay, and I want that to come up. All right, let me put some mascara on and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with mascara on. I have used my Tarte Opening Act Lash Primer with my Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions mascara. And I think it's really pretty. I'm really enjoying this look. So let's get some blush and lips on real quick. And I'm thinking that I can't resist, and I want to use my new Danessa Myricks Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette. Like a kid at Christmas. Isn't this a beauty? I'm going to be doing a video on Danessa Myricks soon as well. But yes, so I think I'm going to try, first of all, I'm going to try opening it, which is seeming to be a bit harder than I first suspected it might be. There we go. Okay, it's open. All right, I think I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this one. And I'm gonna use my dual fiber brush. This one's really old, it's from Napoleon. Back when I worked for them, an Australian makeup brand. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Oh, I think that's, oh, there's a lot of pigment there. So I'm just gonna, I don't wanna go too cray-cray. So I'm just tapping some excess off on a tissue. Oh yeah, right, okay. Sort of using a brush and sort of using my fingers just because I think it's super pigmented and I don't want to end up in a disastrous mess. Maybe too late. And this little palette's going to be a winner to take overseas with me. It's got 4 different blush shades in it, mate. Very nice. I feel like the consistency of my face is a bit weird today. I don't know if it's that combination of grip, the Milk Hydro Grip Primer and the Pat McGrath foundation, but it's a bit weird. I don't know if I like it. I honestly most days wear my Nude by Nature mineral powder foundation. So yeah, maybe I've forgotten how to work with liquid foundations. Okay, so I do have a tiny bit of fallout here, but it's certainly not anything that's bothering me. Oh yeah, see, it's still coming off my nose. That foundation's just not gonna work for me, I don't think, which is good because it's too expensive anyway. Right, as a bit of a blush highlight hybrid, I'm gonna take my Melt Cosmetics Cream Blush Light in Golden Hour. I'll just dab that on with my finger. That's a really pretty combination. Beautiful. Okay, and finally for lippos, I think I'm gonna take this Smashbox. I don't know if they still make this product, but I bloody love it. And if they do make it, I'm gonna get another one because I've had it for quite a few years and I'm scared to run out. It's in the shade Bad Bee. It doesn't actually say what it is. It's just a liquid lipstick. I'm gonna Google it after. It's sort of in between a pink and a peach. I love the finish of it and it's really comfortable on the lips. So yeah, definitely hope they still make that. Okay, that is the finished look for today. So I'm gonna get some swatches up for you, woohoo, and then I'll wrap this video up. Okay, now that you've seen those beautiful swatches, I've just grabbed a few palettes that I thought, you know, maybe there's some things in common with, but I gotta say, I do think this is pretty unique. But I picked out my Red Dragon palette. It was the one that Oden's I did with Judy, who is another beauty YouTuber. And there's a little bit of a similar vibe going on in some of the areas here. Let's see. That one is Jade from the Red Dragon palette, and that one is Solar Flare, which is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadows from the Red Dragon palette. And then you've got the two from the Stone and Rock palette. So there's some similarities there. And also actually the brown Sunrise. So find some space. So this is Sunrise from the Red Dragon palette versus Jubilance. See, Jubilance is heaps darker. But yeah, there's a similar vibe going on with those two palettes. So if you already have the Red Dragon palette and you're not that interested in the other colors in this palette, then you might be able to get away with that one. I love this palette, it's amazing. I wish it was still available. I picked up the Hella palette, but even though they're similar, there's like one similar shade in there, maybe two similar shades. They're very different palettes, very different palettes. The Hella palette was the one that they did with Angelica. Again, there's some similar mattes in, this is the Ace Beauté Tropical Vibes palette, but yeah, that's a lot more matte, and this one just has those stunning shimmers in there. So, yep. Basically, this is a very unique palette is what I'm discovering. I even picked out the Michaela Part 2 Glam Light palette just to see, because I think some of the shimmers are kind of similar. Yeah, but the greens, like the mattes in the Michaela palette are more, I would say more bluey greens. So that's definitely different. And finally, my Milk Cosmetics Gemini palette, I was wondering if they might be quite similar. And I think there's a few shades in there, but let me just see. Yeah, you know what? Not really. I would say that this palette is very, very unique. And if you pick it up, I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you love these colors, because the formula is great. The shimmers are beautiful. That duochrome is absolutely gorgeous. It's special. Oden's Eye just have a knack of making special eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's unique. I say if it appeals to you, go for it. So that is today's video, all done and dusted. Thanks so much for being here once again. Please do subscribe before you go if you haven't already, if you're not already a member of our gorgeous family full of divine humans. We'd love to have you join us, and please remember to give a thumbs up before you leave. It really does mean a lot to me, and your comments, as always, put a huge smile on my dial. So have a fantastic day. I'll be back with you very soon. I've got a lot of fun things planned and coming up. So I'll see you back here at the Diaries. Have a great day or night. See you, bye.